Hello, welcome to the Afrocentric Woman. I hope that you are doing well. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for tonight, whenever you're tuning in. I wanted to come on here and give you a brief roster update and chit chat and see if there's any, you know, comments to comment, respond to or whatever, just because why not? I have a few moments. I didn't, I guess, get all the way stood up, but like a semi. Um, I was gonna meet this guy tonight for drinks and appetizers. Because I have just a few hours. Well, actually, not a few. I have a couple of hours. Before I need to go get my little one. She's at an open play event. And so I just wanted to kind of like meet with him during this time. Initially, I had planned to meet with the other guy, the one who I told him I didn't want to date him anymore. Initially, he and I were supposed to meet at this restaurant tonight. But I spoke with him earlier this week to let him know that I don't think that we're a good match. And so I ended up touching base with the other guy, and I have this time available, and so I'm more interested in um, seeing what's possible there because he checks a lot more of the boxes that I have. Hey, selfish love. Hey, girl. Hey. He checks more of the boxes than any other guy that I'm dealing with right now. It's gonna take patience. He's dealing with his house. He has this historic home, and he's basically re redoing everything, like updating all the plumbing, all the electrical, the roof. They have to dig up the backyard to redo the plumbing from the house to the city. It's a lot, and I get it. Um, so there's some patience involved, but I think it's worth, the patience. The net worth is worth the patience. Okay, so we'll see how that goes. I mean, I would say I'm hopeful. I feel no ways. I just feel neutral about it. Like it could go either way. It can go either way. I don't know. But I will say that with my other two guys who are both equally um they're equally good. Like they're equally contributing. They're equally on point. One is a real estate investor and the other one is an attorney. And I'm very happy actually. Um the attorney took me shopping the other day, and I picked up a few things, and I got some perfume, which I think I don't like it. I thought I did, but I don't think I like it. I got the Chanel Gabrielle. At first I liked it, and then as I continued to wear it during the day, I kind of felt like it had that old lady smell. Like that old lady perfume. I don't know how to describe it, but I don't think I like the Gabrielle. I may just get some more Dior. I don't know. But I didn't even open the box. I literally did not open the box because I sprayed it inside the store. Um, but I don't know if I should just open the box and try it like with completely bare skin because by the time we went to Nordstrom, I already had YSL on. So I don't know if that mixed with it and maybe that's why I don't like it. I don't know. So I might go ahead and just open the box and just try it out for like a half a day or something and see if I really like it. And if I don't like it, then I'll take it back. And then there's a few things that I got that I'm probably going to exchange for a different size. Y'all, I love the sales ladies at Nordstrom. I remember, I don't know if I told y'all that I had went to go like shopping for swimsuits with this guy once. Um, he's no longer, he's far, far, far gone from the picture. but I just thought it was so sweet. So they had the top or the bottom, or I think they had the bottom but not the top. I don't know. It was a bikini, and they had like one but not the other in the color that I wanted. So I tried on this other color so I knew what sizes I needed. So that's the great thing about Nordstrom. Like, you could order online in the store and they'll ship it to you for free. So the great thing about Nordstrom saleswomen is that they never ask for your name or your contact information when you are with, you know, a I don't a companion, okay? When you're with a companion, they'll give you like a piece of paper and they'll be like, write your info right here. I need your name and your address, da 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 da. And so I love the Nordstrom sales ladies for that, because they have really come through and they already know what it is. Okay. They know what it is. So when I went shopping this week, that's what she did. She had me write my information down, and that way she could like link it to my Nordstrom account and all that jazz. So that was really cool. I picked out some cute stuff. It's just the sizing wasn't like that great. I think I want to order some things online and just take the stuff back, some of the stuff back. But I kind of just go by the philosophy of, don't worry about perfection when a man is taking you shopping. Don't worry about getting the exact perfect thing that you need that fits perfectly, because you will end up with less things. Like, if it more or less works, or if it's in alignment with like what you would grab, just grab it. Just grab it, and you can deal with the aftermath later if you need to exchange it for a different size, if you want to take it back for the cash, if you want to get a totally different item altogether. You can deal with that later. But when someone's in the mood to shop for you and buy you stuff, just grab and go. Like, get the stuff before they change their mind, okay? So there's a couple things that I grabbed that like really weren't the best size. So I think I'm gonna order better sizing online and just take what I bought there that day, what he bought me that day, and just get cash back or whatever. Okay, so yeah, that's why things are going well with him. He's already trying to plan a date for this coming week. um I don't have any problems out of him. He's very the attorney, he's very gentlemanly and very kind of like, whatever you want to do, whatever you want, it's all good. Um, Accommodating, I guess I would call him accommodating. So that's great. And then the real estate guy is funny. He's kind of corny, but I like corny guys. I don't know why, but I do. I like corny guys. I like corny jokes. I think it's hilarious. He's so funny and energetic and very like, I don't think he has a lot of experience with dealing with a woman with like a lot of demands, or a lot of like um fine taste. I would say fine taste. He has money, but I think that he's more used to tomboys, or you know girls, like dive bar type of girls and stuff like that. And so it's kind of taking some coaxing, but it's not like I'm coercing or like twisting an arm. It's just I have to prompt him to like do certain things. But he is the one that brought the gift to the date, and I did not ask for that. So he gets it. He gets, oh, this woman um has fine taste, and she's used to being really, really like pampered and cherished by a man. So if I want to keep her around, I know that I have to do these things to keep her. So he's doing those things. So I'm happy with those two. I mean, one thing if I've learned anything on this journey is that nothing is guaranteed, and really all you have is today. So who the hell knows what's going to be happening 2 weeks from now or a month from now? I don't know. I can't even predict. Literally, I can't even predict because um, sometimes a guy can be totally into you and doing all the things, and then, you know, you don't do something they want you to do, or maybe whatever the case, and then it's a different story. So who knows? Only time will tell. But what I can say today is that I'm happy with my top two on my roster. Um, the other guy that checks the boxes for like age and has no kids and stuff like that, who knows what's going to happen with him? I don't know. Oh, Selfish Love says all Chanel perfumes smell old. I like number five. The I don't know the differences, and the lady who was like showing them to me, she couldn't really explain them. But there's one of the iterations of the number five smelled really good. Um, oh, you know what? That was a toilet. And I was like, I don't really too much fool with toilets because they don't last. It smells great right now, but I know that this won't last me, so I didn't end up buying that. Or he didn't, he bought it for me. We didn't end up getting that one. So I got something else, but I think I'm going to take it back. We'll see. I think I'll open it, try it for half a day, see, and then possibly just take it back and get something else. Um, so yeah, those are the top people on my roster. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do tomorrow because I do have time for a date tomorrow evening. So I'll probably just kind of look through people who are in the queue and just see who I might want to reach out to, you know. Um, that's a possibility. All things work in conjunction. Everything is working together. And because there was another guy, he's actually a British guy. We were supposed to be having brunch tomorrow, but he was like, "Oh, I have my kids. I didn't know it was my weekend." I have absolutely no idea if this guy's telling the truth. I don't know or care because something better came up, a better opportunity came up. So I'm just going to focus on that. Okay. I'm not even worried about the fact that he um, backed out of brunch because I have a better brunch. I have a better situation going on, which entails me going to Neiman Marcus and exchanging this expensive candle and getting something else. So I'd rather do that than go just to brunch with him. I'd rather go do my spa day and then go shopping. That's a much better deal. So I am not at all, irritated or whatever. I just feel no ways about it. I don't even know if I responded to him. If I didn't, I don't even think I responded. I should respond like, okay, cool, or something. I should probably say something. I haven't yet said anything, I don't think. Um, that's it, really. My roster's pretty lean right now. It's pretty lean. I think I think I'm much more focused now. I'm much more focused, and I think that that's, there's different phases to everything, and there's different stages and levels. And I think that you ladies will have to decide, like, where are you in your journey? Because I think the exploration and figuring out what you like is legit. That's legit. And I don't think that you should feel bad that you're in the place of just dating a bunch of different guys. Because I know I went through that. I had to find my niche. I had to find my niche. Um, I had to find an age group, a demographic, a community that's most likely to appreciate me and treat me well. And there's absolutely no way everybody. I mean, I dated everybody, all the rainbow, all the cultures, all the religions. I dated everybody. And so now I know what works best for me. I mean, that doesn't exclude anybody, because anybody that's coming through with resources and good treatment can definitely get some attention and some consideration. But I have a general idea of what age group I do well with. The real estate investor is the exact same age. He was born the same year as my ex main guy. So I'm like, okay, I do really well with this age group. I do really well with this age group. Okay, so what, for whatever reason. So, the only way to find that out for yourself is to just get out there and date different types of people, and see where it is. Oh, I know another thing that I was going to tell y'all today. So, real estate guy, we went out last night, kind of spontaneous, kind of random, because I don't really go out during the week very much. Um, but I just decided to say yes, like, let's do it. So I was texting him today. I was like getting ready to do a business meeting. And he was like, just, you can call me if you want to. So I was like, you know what? Instead of me sending this dissertation via text, let me just call him. So I called him and I was like, hey, you know, um, yesterday was super last minute. You inviting me out, but I was able to go. But I did have to get a babysitter. And I know that it probably slipped your mind that um, that I had to do that, and I, likely need, you know, help taking care of that. He was like, oh, he was so apologetic, so apologetic. Oh my God, it slipped my mind. My kids are grown. I didn't think about it. Da 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 da. And he was like, well, how do you want me to send it to you? Do you want this or that, or Venmo, or I'll just give you cash when I see you. I'll give you cash for that and cash for the day. So basically, he's gonna give me cash for yesterday and for the time that we're going to spend together again. So I'm really glad to just, um, I think I want to be more vocal with my communication, and less innuendos, less hinting around certain things. I think certain things need to be explicitly said, so that I just think that that's what I'm kind of on right now, being more explicit about certain things, and then asking more specific questions early on instead of investing time with all these dates, because they're so energetically just, um, the energy input that's necessary is very great. And so just to save time and to be in the right place, asking the right kind of questions early on and kind of setting the pace. So if you are looking for someone who, like if you want kids, like, do you see yourself as a father? Do you like children? Do you, would for those who already have children, how do you feel about being a stepdad? I think that those questions are very important early on. I think one of the reasons why I haven't really promoted that level of vetting on my channel is because narky guys will tell you whatever you want to hear. And I feel that Black women have a tendency for magical thinking and for getting caught up in words and proclamations and not focusing on the actions. So I really haven't promoted that level of vetting on my channel. I've mostly promoted actions. Watch what he does, watch what he shows you, look up his records and that kind of thing, because for some women who are just coming into themselves and who are just coming into um, level up dating and figuring out what they want, I don't know that you really have the wherewithal to, you know, look within between the lines with these guys that are telling you things, the things that you want to know. And then sometimes also that line of questioning kind of puts on the front end what you want. And so if a guy has the intention of stringing you along and extracting your energy for free, he'll just tell you everything that he thinks you want. Want marriage, they will just dangle marriage in front of you like they're gonna, and they have no intention of no intention of marrying you. And this is something that a lot of Black women struggle with. And another thing that a lot of Black women struggle with is the hoops to jump through to quote unquote qualify as wife material. Well, I would want, my wife to do this. And once she does that, then I'll know she's the one. And it's like, the hoops are endless and the compromises are endless. And if they're telling you exactly what you want to hear, it sometimes can become harder, especially for women who've had a string of bad relationships. It can be easier to focus on what they're saying and not focus on what they're doing and what they're showing you. So that's that. But on the other end of this, where I'm at now is kind of more of a balance. Some just asking explicitly and also making requests explicitly about what it is that I want and what it is that I expect. I think that guys really kind of respect that, and that's what I'm learning. Even if you just have to walk away, I think that the respect is there when you just are very upfront with like what you are willing to do, what you're not willing to do, what you want, what you require, and what you need. um, there's a time and a place to really, really communicate that. And also, there's uh, levels to where you are as far as a relationship that you would require or expect certain things as that, as it pertained. I mean, one good question that might be asked is that I think would be helpful is something along the lines of, you know, I don't want to have sex without any commitment. And I would like to date. Are you open to dating without sleeping with me? Or something along those lines. I think is very helpful because you can just kind of know, do they really like you? Are they going to invest the time? Do they have any intention of committing to you? Because if you want that, you kind of want to weed those guys out very early on. Because if they're not going to commit to you and you have all these requirements and they know they're not going to get sex, they're gonna stop calling you. They're just going to stop because that's what they want. um, but if they really like you and they're willing to date you for a while and do the things that you require of them and commit to you, then you have a shot, right? So that's something to consider. That's definitely something to consider instead of playing the mysterious, we're not going to, the elephant in the room and we're just not going to speak about that. Um, okay. One subscriber says, I need to learn how to ask questions without it sounding like an interrogation drill. That's a really good question that you ask. I'm sorry, I'm like literally in my car I had a couple margaritas, and child, I was fine for a while, and then once I sat down in the car, girl, these margaritas hit me. Um, Now you want to kind of have some control of the conversation. So if he starts talking to you as though he's interrogating you, you have to remind him, hey, John, I'm here for fun. Like, I'm here for enjoyment. Like, if he starts asking you too much about your career, just be like, hey, John, like, is this LinkedIn? Are we on a business networking? Are we just here for fun? Like, I want to have fun and get to know you. So you really have to kind of redirect that energy towards lightheartedness and kind of get him to just kind of relax his guard. And then just kind of pepper in those questions. Sometimes, if you just listen to them just talk, I mean, they typically love to talk about themselves. If you just listen to them talk, um, they'll tell you everything that you need to know. We're going to have to do it up to be continued. I will look at the comments and see how I can continue this, because I gotta get my daughter right now. So we'll continue this conversation later. But I do really want to thank you guys. Thank you, ladies, for tuning in, and we'll talk soon. All right, y'all. Peace and love.